Welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast, where we go beyond the headlines, to analyze the forces shaping global finance and wealth. And today, we are dissecting a pivotal moment in one of the world's most dynamic wealth hubs. I'm talking about Hong Kong's family office ecosystem. Our latest analysis, it synthesizes our own forward-looking models with the empirical foundation of Deloitte's February 2026 market study, and it concludes that the sector has reached a critical inflection point. I mean, the story so far has been one of incredible growth. The numbers, they really speak for themselves. As of the end of 2025, Hong Kong is home to 3,384 single-family offices, or SFOs, and that's an increase of nearly 700 from just 2 years prior. Together, they manage an estimated HK $2 trillion in assets and contribute over $12 billion to the local economy each year. It makes them a formidable part of the city's broader asset management industry. Really significant. But here at XFO Intelligence, our analysis indicates that the narrative is evolving. The era of pure quantitative expansion is giving way to a more complex phase, a phase of qualitative maturation. The next 12 to 24 months, they aren't just important, I'd say they will be decisive. So, what do we mean by an inflection point? Well, imagine two powerful forces pulling in opposite directions. On one side, you have this immense promise of network effects. Our ecosystem modeling shows that Hong Kong is rapidly approaching a critical density threshold. And once this threshold is crossed, and we predict this will happen within the next 6 to 9 months, it will trigger a cascade of, super linear growth. This isn't just about incremental improvement. It means accelerated co-investment as families pool capital. It means a rapid diffusion of best practices in governance and succession, and the formation of deep trust networks that, dramatically reduce friction. But pulling in the opposite direction is a powerful constraint, a severe and persistent talent bottleneck. We identify this as the single most significant risk to the ecosystem's future. It's that serious. Deloitte's data is telling. Nearly a third of family offices spend more than 6 months to hire a single key professional. For 14%, that process takes over a year. Wow. Our models suggest this talent scarcity could cap the ecosystem's growth potential by as much as 15 to 20% if it's left unaddressed. And the challenge is that family offices require these truly multidisciplinary professionals. I'm talking experts who can navigate not just financial complexity, but also family dynamics, governance, cross-border legal structures, everything. This is a classic limits to growth dynamic, and just paying more to import talent is a short-term patch. It's not a long-term solution. And this tension, it's playing out against the backdrop of the great generational wealth transfer. That $5.8 trillion set to change hands in the APAC region by 2030 is actively reshaping investment philosophy. First-generation leaders, who still helm 58% of SFOs, they understandably prioritize capital preservation and business continuity. Then you have the second generation, now in leadership positions at 40% of offices, and they're the ones driving diversification and professionalization. But it's the third and fourth generations that are truly rewriting the rulebook. They have a strong preference for tech investments, particularly in AI and data science. They're also keenly interested in impact investing, and they demand more sophisticated governance frameworks, ones that separate family influence from professional management. Warningly, this generational wave is creating both immense opportunity and significant tension, especially when you consider that 36% of family offices still lack a formal succession plan. So, where is the capital flowing? Well, the data reveals a clear strategic reallocation. A full 60% of SFOs plan to increase their Hong Kong exposure in the coming years. And what's striking is, it's the only region where no respondents anticipate reducing their allocation. The most favored sector for future investment is technology and media, with 62% planning to expand into AI and data science. Analytically, this points to a really crucial nuance in Hong Kong's competitive advantage. I mean, while tax efficiency is important, the city's true value proposition lies in its ability to generate superior risk-adjusted returns, or alpha, through its unparalleled access to mainland China and its sophisticated capital markets. Recalling as one family principal from Southeast Asia noted when choosing Hong Kong over Singapore, it was the ease and speed of access combined with a much more interesting capital market scene that was decisive. However, this well-placed confidence in Hong Kong, it brings its own risk, market concentration. The city's exceptional performance in 2025 naturally attracts capital. Of course it does, but over-concentration creates correlation risk. So if the Hong Kong market were to experience a sustained downturn, the sober truth is the ecosystem could face a systemic shock as multiple SFOs are impacted all at once. Looking ahead, we see three potential paths for the next 12 months. Our base case, which we assign a 60% probability, is consolidation with acceleration. Here, the SFO count grows a healthy 10 to 12%, network effects kick in, and co-investment activity surges. The bull case, 25% probability, is superlinear expansion, where growth hits 15 to 18% as network effects trigger early and maybe talent initiatives begin to bear fruit. And finally, the bear case, 15% probability, is fragmented growth. That's where the talent bottleneck intensifies, network formation stalls, and growth slows to just 5 to 8%. So, to secure the most positive outcome, our analysis outlines 7 strategic priorities. The most urgent ones are 1. A fundamental talent pipeline transformation to build local multidisciplinary capacity. 2. Developing network platforms to facilitate structured, trust-based collaboration. And 3. Building succession planning infrastructure to guide families through these really complex generational transitions. In conclusion, Hong Kong's family office ecosystem, it has graduated beyond a simple numbers game. The structural advantages are clear, they're sustainable, but the future, it will be defined by integration. The challenge now is to shift the focus from merely attracting new family offices to deeply embedding them into the city's economic and social fabric. It's about solving the talent puzzle, amplifying network effects, and building the infrastructure for multi-generational legacy. The opportunity is to transform a collection of individual entities into a deeply integrated ecosystem where capital, talent, and legacy converge to create value far, far greater than the sum of its parts. The foundation is strong. The moment to build upon it is now. Thank you for joining us on the XFO Intelligence Podcast. For more analysis, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about our research, you can reach us by email at xfointelligence@gmail.com. That's xfointelligence@gmail.com. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. As families navigate this great wealth transfer, how can they best balance the founders' hard-won wisdom with the next generation's drive for innovation and impact? Where does the ultimate responsibility for legacy lie?